Students, welcome to a history class. I am sure all of you must have had a great vacation and have come up with a new fresh mind. Children, we have already stepped into our second semester and we are going to, with this video, we will study the second unit test portion. Today in this video, we will study our 8th chapter, the Civil Disobedience Movement. Before that, we'll quickly move on or go through the portion for second semester unit test is chapter 8, chapter 9 and chapter 10 of history and civics chapter 4. This is the portion for second unit test. Let's continue with the 8th chapter, Civil Disobedience Movement. In this chapter, we will cover the following points: Dandi March, the Peshawar Satyagraha, Solapur Satyagraha, Darasana Satyagraha, Sacrifice of Babu Genu, Roundtable Conference, Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Pune Pact, and second phase of civil disobedience movement. In this video, today we will study the first 4 points, that is Dandi March, the Peshawar Satyagraha, Solapur Satyagraha, and Darasana Satyagraha. So let's get started. The 8th chapter, Civil Disobedience Movement. Let us understand the meaning of civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement means it is active, professed refusal of a citizen to obey certain laws, demands, orders, or commands of a government. Now we have learned how the Britishers were trying to trouble the Indians and they started influencing different types of rules and regulations. Various types of policies were influenced by the Britishers on the Indians, and therefore the Indians decided to not to obey any new rule or new law passed by the Britishers. That is called as civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement means to not to obey or not to follow any new policy or law passed by the Britishers in the country of India. Let us see which was the new rule passed by the Britishers in India that made the Indians start the civil disobedience movement. Mahatma Gandhi launched civil disobedience movement. Why did he launch? Because Britishers had decided to impose heavy tax on the most important ingredient used in our food is salt. That means Britishers imposed heavy taxes on the material that is bought from the shop that was sold on the Indians. Mahatma Gandhi was absolutely unhappy with this behavior of the Britishers and therefore he put some demands in front of the Britishers, and those demand was to cancel salt tax in India. British rejected the demands of Gandhiji and decided to launch a satyagraha all over India. And this was the reason why Mahatma Gandhi started the civil disobedience movement, because the Britishers had imposed heavy taxes on the most important ingredient in our food, that is the salt, which was not acceptable to Mahatma Gandhi, and therefore he decided to not to obey or follow the new rule, that is civil disobedience movement was passed by Mahatma Gandhi. Salt, an important ingredient of common food, which was given or sold out on a very expensive rate, which was not affordable for the some of the Indians to buy. Objective was to break the oppressive and unjust laws of British government through peace and satyagraha. Gandhiji chose Dandi, a seashore in Gujarat, for salt satyagraha. Now Mahatma Gandhi wanted to break the salt satyagraha, and for that reason he started something called as salt satyagraha. Means he started a march or a rally from a seashore that was called as Dandi in Gujarat. On 12th of March 1930, Gandhiji set out from Sabarmati Ashram with 78 followers. We know the place where Mahatma Gandhi was staying, that was Sabarmati Ashram. So he started this particular rally or march from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi, a seashore in Gujarat. He started this rally or this march or this morcha on 12th of March 1930 from Sabarmati Ashram along with 78 followers, and the distance covered by him and his followers was 385 kilometers on foot. And while he was doing that, he delivered number of speeches in the villages. He encouraged people of India to participate in the civil disobedience movement. Gandhiji appealed to people to join civil disobedience movement, and on 5th of April 1930, Gandhiji reached Dandi, a seashore in Gujarat. So Gandhiji started this particular rally or this march, or in simple words morcha, from Sabarmati Ashram on 12th of March 1930, and it reached the place or its destination, that was Dandi, a seashore in Gujarat, on 5th of April 1930. Gandhiji broke Salt Act by picking up salt on seashore and started civil disobedience movement all over India. By this process is called as Dandi March. The Peshawar Satyagraha. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, he was the most important follower of Mahatma Gandhi. He was also known as Frontier Gandhi, that means future Mahatma Gandhi. He founded an organization that was called as Khuda-i Khidmatgar. British ordered open fire on Satyagrahis, but he refused to do the fire. Now what happened over here was, this person, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, was a follower of Mahatma Gandhi, and he was staying in the north of India. To get the rights for the Indians in the north, he followed Mahatma Gandhi's path of following the Satyagraha. He started that, but he was ordered to have open fire on the Satyagrahis, and Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan refused to fire or shoot the people who took part in the Satyagraha. On 4th of May, Gandhiji was arrested and protest all over India was taken by the Indians. He was arrested because people all over India were now following Mahatma Gandhi's footsteps of Satyagraha. Solapur Satyagraha. On 6th of May 1930, mill workers observed Hartal in Solapur. Huge procession in Solapur took place and orders were given on firing on the processions. Now people all over India were following Mahatma Gandhi's way of Satyagraha. On similarly 6th of May 1930, mill workers, people who work in industries or factories, to get their rights, these workers went on Hartal in Solapur. Hartal is everything in Solapur was closed. No shops were open. Everything was closed, and people were walking on the road in rally or in morcha. To stop that, what happened? People were ordered to give fire. That means people were fired. People were killed in this procession by the Britishers. And results or consequences of this was, people of India started attacking the government police stations, railway stations, and the courts. These places were attacked by the Indians in order of the effects of the Solapur Satyagraha. Why? Because Britishers fired the people who took part in the rally or in the procession. And to stop all this, martial law was observed. Martial law means when any situation is not being able to controlled by the police, then the police take help of the army. That is called as martial law. People started attacking the police stations, railway stations, and the court, and this situation was not able to controlled by the police, and because of that reason, they took the help of the army. That was called as martial law. In Solapur, Satyagraha following people laid their lives. Malaba Danchanti, Sri Krishnana Sarda, Kurban Hussain, and Jagannath Shinde, these people sacrificed their life in the Solapur Satyagraha. Darasal Satyagraha. Satyagraha in Gujarat was laid under Sarojini Naidu. Lathi charge was observed on all the people who took part in the Satyagraha. In Maharashtra, Satyagraha took place at Badala, Malwan and Shiroda. You will realize, students, that people all over India were now following Mahatma Gandhi's path and the Satyagraha to get their rights. There were various forest laws which were broken, and tribal people took part in Satyagraha. Tribal people are the people who stay into the forest. Example, Adivasis. They are the ones who live in the forest and their daily livelihood is dependent upon the forest. So, because the Britishers tried to touch the forest laws, even the tribal people took part into the Satyagraha. Sacrifice of Babu Genu. In Mumbai, agitation against carrying foreign goods was practiced. That means people in India did not allow any foreign goods to come to India. Babu Genu, a mill worker, was in forefront of this movement. A truck full of foreign goods came in front of Babu Genu. Now, Babu Genu was a mill worker and he was working in this mill wherein he saw a truck coming of the Britishers that carried all the foreign goods. All the foreign products means all the imported products from the Britishers, which was actually not allowed in the city of Mumbai. He laid down on road to stop the truck. Finally, he was crushed under the truck. And that was the sacrifice of Babu Genu. He gave his life for the nation. Students, I hope in this video we have learned the meaning of civil disobedience movement, Dandi March, the Peshawar Satyagraha, Solapur Satyagraha and Dharasan Satyagraha and sacrifice of Babu Genu. I hope, students, this video is clear to you. Please watch the video and solve the assignments. Thank you.